All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for July 28th, 2020. It's a beautiful day. We've got the moon in Scorpio, moving to the later degrees, right? And we have the sun, of course, down there in Leo. The sun is home in Leo, the heart, the hearth that keeps on burning, right? The heart and soul, the fire, passion burning inside of us, reminding us to be playful, right? To be playful, which is so important during these times right now. Let the ego play. Let the ego have fun. Let the ego express itself, and stop being, we got to get out of our head. So we have what's going to help us out with this. Well, we got the moon in Scorpio, right? In the middle degrees. And we're going to be creating a grand kite today. A grand kite. So this is a grand trine. Okay, there's a grand water trine. We've got Mercury down in Cancer at 17 degrees. The moon in Scorpio, and it's going to hit 17 degrees around 4 a.m. and then keep pushing forward, okay? And then around 11 a.m., where I have the chart pulled up to now, the moon's going to hit 20 degrees, okay? So we have a trine from 20 degrees moon in Scorpio to 20 degrees Neptune in Pisces, home in Pisces. All right, we got a lot of home energy going on right now. Mars, home in Aries, all right? Neptune, home in Pisces, the sun, home in the sign of Leo, Saturn, home in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so we're coming back to a sense of familiar energy, like, oh yeah, this is what it feels like to express and to be me, to fully be me, right? And the sun is certainly helping with that, lighting up the fire. So a grand water trine, right, between Mercury and Cancer. We're thinking about our emotions. The emotional moon in Scorpio is not just about any emotions. This is deep feelings, like we talked about yesterday here, right? And then, of course, Neptune home in Pisces is like expand beyond what we think the limit is, because there is no limit, right? We're not being forced into the lines here with Saturn like Jupiter is, okay? But Jupiter plays a very important role in this today, extremely important role. So let me show you. So this grand water trine, okay, so this is all about emotions. This is our emotions coming to manifestation. So it's feeling all of these emotions, understanding these emotions to the best that we can, right? They're intangible things. Feeling them, expressing them, says the sun, I want to express. And then we have a sextile. Let me show you this here. So this is the grand water trine, these lines right here between the moon, 20 degrees, Neptune, 20 degrees, and Mercury at 17 degrees of Cancer, right? So this is all about emotions. So we're going to be feeling a lot of emotions. And when we have a trine, okay, this is a secure structure, right? The isosceles triangle, equal parts around, is the soundest structure or more stable structure that we have on this planet that we're aware of, right? To where a square, too much pressure on the sides can be toppled over, right? That triangle is firm, okay? So this is a strong emotional confirmation, okay? And further, we have a sextile happening between the moon and Jupiter and Neptune and Jupiter, okay? So this is what creates that kite. Now you can see that here, okay? So the sextile up here, Jupiter, sextile to Neptune, and then, of course, the grand trine. Okay, so what direction is this kite going? It is pointed toward Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is expansion within the laws and the limits of Saturn. Okay, Jupiter in Capricorn is about expansion of physical things as well as appreciating a lack of abundance. Jupiter is all about abundance, but here in Capricorn, there's a limit to everything, right? Saturn in Capricorn is the limit, right? This room is big, this room is bigger, this room is the biggest, ST, Saturnian words, okay? This fits a lot, this fits even more, but this fits the most. ST, Saturnian words, okay? So this is the maximum capacity, the maximum weight this table can have, the maximum weight this chair can have, the maximum volume this microphone can take in, right? The maximum amount of light that the camera can perceive before the image is unusable. Okay, so there's a maximum of everything. And when we have Jupiter in Capricorn, we as human beings, we're consumers. We want to consume, and oh, this is good. I enjoy eating. I want to eat this food and consume it and be fat and happy. And when we have Jupiter in Capricorn, which happens once every 12 years, we're reminded feast of famine. And to it's like fasting. Which is a very popular thing in many cultures and many spiritual practices and religions. A fast to appreciate a lack of something. So emotionally, we want abundance. This emotional trying is just like, yeah, I want to, and especially with the moon, or the sun, excuse me, although it's not creating a proper, there's a little sesqui square happening here with Neptune, which is just, that's kind of suggesting like, look, be the courageous person, and if you don't take these chances, and if you don't live and express yourself, you're never gonna, I don't mean to laugh at that, but it's like you're not gonna, reach your dreams. You're not gonna be able to manifest that and what you want and desire, if you're just sitting on the sidelines as a wallflower. It's like you got to get out on the dance floor and shake it. Okay, that's what the sun wants us to do right now. Get out and shake it. So we want this, abundance. And then we have this lack of abundance that it's pointing to in a sense, okay? Or this scarcity, or to be emotionally stable with less, okay? So again, this is what I want to focus on today. And of course, the moon is going to continue moving through Scorpio, and it's going to create that sextile up there to Pluto and to Saturn as well. And that's all those are doing is reconfirming what's happening, okay? So the water trine is going to break, and the moon's going to pick up those sextiles to Saturn, to Pluto to Saturn, okay, which is about transformation and solidifying something. So once we have this emotional understanding that thing that I want, that I think that I need, that I don't really need, when we can let that feeling pass, right? We're dealing with feelings today. When we can let that feeling pass, that urge, like, I got to get up now. I've got to go do that thing, Mars and Aries. I've got to go, I smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, but it's like, I have a, nicotine craving or oral fixation, which often, it can be. It's like, I need that thing. I want that thing. And that's what emotionally makes me satisfied. Right? That's what emotionally is going to be the pill. It's going to, fix me right now, or it's just going to be what I want. And I'm me. I'm allowed to have what I want, right? And this is kind of saying, like, look, you can be you with a little. You don't have to have everything. Okay? And it's a fun kind of balance, but it's just like, do I need this in my life? Does this serve its purpose? Does this get me where it's going? And reminding us that during this trine, we still have. Okay, because if you're trying to quit smoking, if you're trying to quit sugars or sweets, breads or whatever it is, if you're trying to let go of something in your life, right? Venus is, this is what I love. I need to let things go, And this time we still have Chiron, septile to the south node, releasing of this knowledge of what I think that I might want or need. Pluto, septile to the north node, seeking new things. Venus creating that opposition here to the south node, which is going to continue throughout this entire week, is going to re-solidify. I'm actually really good without it. True story. I'll share with you. I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked probably a pack a day for 10 years straight. And my first major film in Los Angeles, I was working with Rob Lowe, great guy. I've worked with him a few times. And I had a cigarette, and I had to go mic up Rob. Okay, and I put the mic on him, and he could smell my, it didn't matter if I washed my hands. I did, but it's like it didn't matter, that smell of the cigarettes. And his face turned putrid. Ugh, I did one of those. And I right there, and I said, I like smoking. It's part of who I am right now. I've been smoking for 10 years, a pack a day. I said, well, this is my career, right? And we got Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in 10th house, about career and public image, right? How you look, how you present yourself to the world. What disciplines are we taking to reach that career, to reach that thing, okay? So I decided at that moment, cold turkey, I'm done. I don't want to have, I could not be relieved of my position because an actor didn't want to smell. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an obvious thing. So to me, it was like, okay, let this go. So this energy that we're feeling today, or that's coming up here on Tuesday, is kind of hinting at that. Like, we might like this, we might love this, we might have had a wonderful relationship with this in our lives at this point in time. And this is not necessarily dealing with people. This is just about personal things, emotions that we're feeling. This is not about others. It's a self-sacrifice for the greater good of self and others. You know, that's what this trine is trying. That's what this grand kite is reminding us. And then further, once we do it, once we commit, it's a transformational journey, right? So that's where the sextiles pick up, is the moon continues to move through Scorpio and makes those connections to Pluto and to Saturn. So it's just like, it might be difficult to set that thing down, or it might be difficult to start the diet, or it might be difficult to, to wake up and not check social media, to have a different morning routine, and this energy is saying, like, we can do it today. Emotionally, we need it. We need a change. We need something. And the answer is how we choose to spend this day and what we're choosing to let go of and move toward, right? So really powerful energy. Let me know how it's going. Let me know if something's going on with you. Are you releasing something? Have you had, I like to hear from you guys, and I do my best to try to comment back. So have a happy Tuesday, all right? I'm excited about this energy myself. So as always, it's, so much beautiful lessons this life's giving us. Every day is abundant, even when there's a lack of things, right? Abundance. And joyful Jupiter. All right, so have a joyful, abundant day, my friends. I love you. I wish you enough, and we will see you tomorrow.